the Middle East. We have casualties in Gaza. Talked about this in Gaza. The tents have been most of the tents they got water in them because of the flooding in Gaza and in Israel, and we have also casualties in Iraq. We have landslide in Ukraine. We have red, water becoming red. So let's start reading in Gaza. Um, let's start reading what happened in Iraq. So this is, let's see if we have it here. So, so this is Israel. Let's start with Israel. Man found dead, 14 rescued from trapped vehicles. I'm gonna show you some pictures, spaceship of Anu, but we need to talk about this weather, strange weather in the Middle East. We know that it does rain in the Middle East, but not like that. So something is terrible wrong. Man found dead, 14 rescued from trapped vehicles, two girls hurt by a tree amid winter storm. So this is 11th of December. This is yesterday, and this is Thursday. Today is Friday. Rescue survive service say 53-year-old found lifeless in Netanya. Home likely died of hypothermia. When your body temperature drops below 36 degrees, streets and supermarkets flooded. Heavy snow falls on Mount Hermon. Byron hits Gaza hard. So this is the name of the storm. You see here. A 53-year-old man was found dead with signs of hypothermia on Thursday. Emergency service said as winter storm Byron hit Israel in force for the second day in a row. According to the Zaka Rescue Service, paramedics were called on apartment building in Netanya after a neighbor alerted authorities that man had been found lifeless in his home. Sorry. The circumstances The circumstances of his death were unconfirmed, and his body was taken for autopsy at the National uh, Institute of Forensic Medicine. Temperatures dropped below 10 degrees Celsius in much of central Israel overnight as torrential rain poured down, causing widespread flooding. In Yavne, 14 people at different sites were rescued from trapped cars. That footage on social media showed water flooding at Rami Levi supermarket in the city. Other clips posted online showed floodwaters rising above cars' wheels in a street in Rehovot and emergency services paddling down on a flooded street in the northern city of Baka al Gharbia. This is the. I'm not gonna play this stuff. Maybe it's copyright stuff. You see, this is Israel. You see the streets, a lot of water. This weather is um like they never had such weather in Israel. This is downplayed a lot in the news because we know armies are gathering in Gaza, around Gaza, and we talked about why they were gathering there. So people will not like that. So in Ashdod, in the south, 24.4 millimeters, 9.96 inches fell just between noon and 1 p.m. in 1 hour, 24. This is much, people. According to the Ynet news site, between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m., 28 millimeters fell on Hakfar HaYaruk near Tel Aviv. See, another water is going inside stores and the streets. And the Megan David Adum ambulance service said it had received calls from drivers across the Shifila region and was working to rescue them from their trapped vehicles. Two girls aged around 10 years old were lightly hurt by falling tree at their school in Rishon LeZion. MDA said the girls were taken by medics to Shamir Medical Center. So this is another footage you see here. It is raining like never before in the Holy Land. So and these guys, they are living in apartments and houses, and the Israelis, the like they were prepared, and they have like they need to deal with the stuff. They have a lot of time to prepare. Don't see the same stuff in Gaza. They are not prepared, and we have casualties in Gaza and in Israel. The Israel Meteorological Service has issued a red warning, significant precipitation along the central or southern coastline and in Shifla region. So this is inside Israel, which was to be in effect for 20 hours starting from Wednesday. Estimated 100 to 100 millimeter of rainfall was expected in the affected area. So this amount of rain, it is like one year. So this is in 1 year. The regions in the Middle East, they get this amount in 1 year. Some regions, they got it in 1 day. So it's also issued orange warning for flooding coastal plain areas of central and southern Israel, as well as Najaf and Judean desert regions. And here you see the Israelis on Mount Hermon. This is snow also, and the Israelis, they went up to the mountain, and this is in Syria actually, and this is the first time they got snow on Golan Heights, but this is the mountain they got from Syria recently. So this is very high mountain mentioned in the Bible, where the so-called Nephilim went and they made a promise never to betray each other after they decided to sleep with the humans, sleep with a woman belonging to humans against God, and they made a deal never betray each other. So Israelis went up on this mountain. It is occupied now. It is between Syria and Lebanon, very high mountain, and the first time they are seeing a lot of snow. So they think this is nice. They're taking pictures, but you see here enjoying snow in Israel first time, although it is Syria. So in the country north, the cold temperature and severe precipitation led to heavy snowfall on Mount Hermon and surrounding peaks. On Wednesday, the storm began to bear down on the country. IDF chief Zamir issued a number of safety guidelines, restriction to entirely military, including a prohibition of all outdoor training. So yeah, so guideline remain till Friday. So today also it will be raining in the Holy Land. Very terrible situation, flooding expected more many areas of the south. This is Gaza. You see Gaza also flooded. You see that they live in tents, and this is the water coming in the tents. Very, very terrible situation. In Gaza Strip, the storm felt especially severely as the majority of the enclave residents lived in temporary housing such as tents, makeshift and shelters, and damaged buildings. You see Gaza also situation very terrible in Gaza. You have casualties in the Holy Land, in Israel. This is there, Al-Balah, central Gaza Strip. See the water. So we have this one also in Gaza. Child freezes to death as torrential rain floods tents. So this is yesterday, December 11. Flood tents of Gaza displaced Palestinians. So this little baby, little child, died. I made a video yesterday. I urged President Trump to step in to help people living in the tents in Gaza. Sorry. So yeah, very terrible situation. But I believe it's not normal. So it's not about these people are living in tents. Not about that. Even in Israel, people living in apartments and buildings have casualties there as well. So in Gaza, hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians are struggling to stay warm and dry as fierce winter storm brings heavy rains and flash flooding to the territory. Forecasts are predicting 2 months worth of rain. Like this is what I said. I said 1 year. This is they're saying 2 months worth of rain to find Gaza over just 2 days, threatening to flood makeshift tents housing family. Already, the storm has claimed at least one life. 8 months old Rahaf Abu Jassar died of cold exposure early today after water flooded her family tent in Khan Yunis. What's going on in the Holy Land? We have casualties in Gaza, in Israel. So we have here also in Iraq. This is 3 days ago in December 9, 2025. You see here, this is Iraq, people. Iraq hit by flash floods, 2 dead reported in Sulaimania. So heavy rains triggered flash floods across several parts of Iraq on December 9 and causing multiple fatalities. The latest storm is one of several to hit the country this season. It shows Iraq's growing vulnerability to extreme and unpredictable weather patterns. So it's raining in Iraq, it is raining in the Holy Land, it is raining in other places, and this is casualties and collapse of several buildings and schools. So buildings are collapsing because of the rain. In Kurdistan region, at least 2 people died in Sulaimania because they were killed when a wall of his home collapses. The houses are collapsing. Very terrible situation in the Middle East with the rain. Very, very terrible situation. We have a landslide in Ukraine. So this is 4 days ago. Landslide in Ukraine. We have some images also downplayed. You know, they don't want this news to come out because uh, they want to have um, they want to concentrate on war and trying to solve this in Ukraine. You know, President Trump's trying hard to solve this one, and yeah, he want to achieve something like he did in Gaza, but it's hard, you know, because because not everybody want peace. Like I said, some people they gain in war, and they don't want the war to stop in Ukraine. And I wish everybody um, like do this deal in Ukraine, so we have peace in Ukraine. Okay, we don't have real peace in Gaza yet, but President Trump is working on that one, so we're gonna deliver peace in Ukraine as well. Let's hope that so we have peace next year. So let's help President Trump to achieve peace in Ukraine, like we have achieved peace in Gaza, although we have still some kind of bombing and stuff, but it's very better. Like before, it was very, very hard, and now. So let's hope that I can read this one. So I think I can read this one. So I cannot read some links. So landslide in the village of Sanhi. I cannot read this one. With this Odisha region. So we have this landslide in the village of Odisha region in Ukraine. The Odisha coastline is sinking beneath the water. A massive landslide in Ukraine. Ukraine, Odisha region in the coast is sliding into the Black Sea. So very, very downplayed. We never need to hear about this stuff. This is the landslide here. So I cannot go to YouTube because the copyrights and stuff. So we have also sea turns red at Agia Triada Beach in. So let's read. The sea has turned red at Agia Triada Beach in the Kaparis area of Paralimini. This is Cyprus. Heavy rain battering the country in recent days to a storm Byron result the accumulation of water which sweeps quantities of soil and ends up in the sea, causing a change in water color. See the water becoming red in Cyprus. This is Cyprus. You see people, the water becoming red. And this is the picture. So let's take down this one and this one and this one. So let's go back to we're talking about the Planet X, Nibiru, and IBIRU. I need to read this. I believe I have talked about this stuff. This is an article about Jesus Christ's connection to Planet X, Nibiru. And most people, they don't know any connection. They cannot explain why it is somehow to do with Christianity, because Planet X, Nibiru, does not exist according to the scientists in NASA, and it is denied by most religious people. So let's read here. The following information was taken from the book The Stellar. So this is Bibliothèque Appliedis.net. So it is called Prince Nanar. Please read this one. Prince Nanar plot Jesus Christ and Planet X Nibiru by Robertino Solario, 1996. So John Banis by Santiago Shiloh, Akedario, Salus, Somer, and the Gods of Eden. So as well, we know the ancient Israelites was taken in captivity. So this story happened, we're talking about last time Nibiru, Planet X, visited Earth. That was 3,600 years ago. So as we know, the ancient Israelis were taken into captivity by the Egyptian around the year 2000 BCE. Eventually, Moses was born. By that time, Moses' Israelite heritage has most also been forgotten. He was, for all practical purposes, considered an Egyptian. So they thought he was Egyptian. He was found in a craft on the river Nile by Egyptian prince who read him as his. So yeah, so they found the Moses in a river. Also, we have the story like from Sardun in a Sumerian story. They put their baby in the river, and because they cannot take the parents, they cannot take care of their baby. So the one who received the baby, the one who find the baby, will take care of him and raise him up. So this is the same happened to Moses. When he grew up, Moses became a student of the Egyptian Hermetic mysteries. This Hermetic tradition was the science that was being fed to early Cro-Magnon. This is these guys like they were in Europe. intellectuals by Nibirian Prince Nanar. Nanar, from the bloodline of Enlil, Enlil, son of the Most High Anu. So this is Nanar, prince of magic and sorcery, known in Greek mythology as Hermes and Egypt as Tut. So we have also the name Tut for a lot of pharaohs. They like Tutankhamun, Tutankhamun. So the Hermes actually is Nining Zida. Nining Zida is the one, is Anuk. Anuk is the one who built the pyramids. Some say the year was around 1587 BCE. This is about 3,600 years. 3,600 years. So let's read here about when Nibiru is expected to come to visit Earth. So I don't know. I thought I had that one here. Yeah. So we have this. We have this one. Let's see here. Yeah. So we have 3,000. So 3,630 years orbit. You can read this one. It's called Casa Colorado Education Point edu. So see here, this is according to proponents such as um, Hebrew scholar author Zachariah Sitchin, Nibiru appearing in Sumerian records correctly refers to a large planetary body. The research proposed it possesses a high elliptical 3,630 years orbit. So here we have it also talking about so we have also this one, and I cannot find it, but they are saying that actually it is 660 years, not 300, not 3,600 years, but 3,660 years. And the other one were saying it was 3,600. Let's see here. 30, 3,630. And this one is saying, this one also saved the word 1001 WordPress. Nibiru discovery, trajectory, arrival, dates, ancient history. So NASA, they know about this stuff. Like I said, top dogs, they know about this stuff. Common people are not supposed to have this knowledge. And of course, this is it's not you are not allowed to reveal real information about the stuff that, because now it is we have this AI and stuff. So you need to be careful when talking about the stuff. So here it's saying 3,600 years, and of course I don't talk about the stuff if I don't show evidence. I'm showing evidence, so otherwise I will be called a liar and stuff. But I'm showing evidence. I'm showing picture. I'm showing spaceship of King Anu. I'm showing stuff in the sky, and trying to find where it is written 3,660. So we have 300, 6,030, and we have 3,660. And the one here, the article we were reading, it was 1,500 1587 when Moses, this is the year was here we were reading. So he's trying to find so here New York Times 1982 they knew about it. Sorry. Something out there beyond the first reaches of non-solar system is tugging at Uranus and Neptune. This is calculation, and this is NASA. They talked little about it, and then President Ronald Reagan said, "This stuff is not for people. We keep it secret." So talking about the 80s, they claim about show how much time has passed since NASA itself made a discovery of planet of size Jupiter was discovered in the 1981-82. I mean, it's been like 36 years since discovery, and almost no one said a damn thing about it. Public media. NASA discovered and disclosed having found Planet X in December 1983, announced made by chief scientist of the ERAS satellite, and yeah, very interesting to read about it. They talk about it in the 80s, and then President Ronald Reagan said this stuff is not for people. Is not for people. We keep it secret, of course. So, like I said, some they know about it, but it's not for everybody. It's not top secret. So every time when this thing is coming back, the countries will be fighting for the resources, like we are seeing in Ukraine. And like they say, okay, the Middle East, the Greater Israel, and stuff, like all big countries agreed on this stuff, try to implement that. In Ukraine, Russia trying to divide the resources between Europeans, Americans, and Russians. And this is why we have this conflict in Ukraine. So, because when this thing comes, a lot of countries they need the resources to survive. Understand? The countries are desperate to get to have these resources. That's why they are fighting in Ukraine, and they are the countries are trying to implement Greater Israel. So Israel will get all these resources in the Middle East and will divide Ukraine between Russia and America, and the Europeans will have to agree because you're gonna share the cake, you know, in Ukraine like they did in Syria, and Turkey will have the northern part, and Israel will have the southern part, and stuff like that. They are doing this agreement because they are rewriting the maps. They are trying to agree on the share of the resources because of NIBIRU is coming. Okay, this is not it's not good to talk like that. Actually, it's not. Maybe I will put myself in trouble. So just trying to. Anyway, it's very nice to read about this stuff. They found it already in 1983. So what was Nibiru called Planet X? Sumerians call it the 12th planet of Nibiru, planet of passing between Babylonians and Mesopotamians. There was at least three names: Marduk, Mordechai, the king of heavens, the great heavenly body. The ancient Hebrews referred to the winged globe because of its long orbit high among the stars. The Egyptians had two names, Apep or Set. The Greeks called it Typhoon. Also, Nemesis. Other ancient people call it Celestial Lord Shiva, god of destruction. To the ancient Chinese, it was known as Gung Gung, the great black red dragon. The Phoenicians call it the great phoenix. Phoenix is a bird that never dies, it dies and comes back. The Hebrews called it Yahweh. This, now we are putting ourselves in big trouble. Not supposed to talk about it. Yahweh is actually Nibiru for the Hebrews. So they go worshiping Yahweh. They are worshiping Nibiru. The Jews are worshiping Nibiru, but they keep it secret. And they call Yahweh. So who's Yahweh? Yahweh is Nibiru, the planet X. The Mayans call it celestial Quetzalcoatl. The celestial were known to Latins as Lucifer. And those who believe in Lucifer, they believe in Nibiru. Revelation 8, 10, 20. The name of the star is Wormwood. There's other names for the red or blue star, Hopi Indian, the fiery messenger in Ramallah prophecy, the great star, his star, referred to Edgar Case. Edgar Case, he made a lot of prediction. They, very, very like a scientist. Very nice to read about Edgar Case. The Great Comet and the Comet of the Doom. So yeah, a lot of names. 10th planet is X, Intruder, and the Perturber. So yeah, I'm not gonna find it now, I believe, but anyways, it is here. Let's see. Right like that. Uh, let's write Nibiru. So just write Nibiru, 3,660 years. And here they say 3,600 years. And then you find it here. Here you have it, 3,030 years. And here you have it, 3,660 years. So we go back to this one. We were reading about this one, Prince Nanar. So we go back to about 1587 BCE, Moses, and he learned about the secret mysteries of the pyramids. The planet Nibiru returned to Tiamat, local environment. When planet Nibiru returns to Perihelion, it positions itself directly above our North Pole, in line with the polar star Polaris. Sits there for approximately 900 years. So we will have Nibiru around 900 years. Enjoy. Summertime. So this Polaris, like stands in one spot in the sky, although the Earth rotates, but because of its position. And the same for those who believe in flat Earth, they say, okay, if Earth is moving, why this Polaris star does not move when the Earth is rotating? They mean that flat Earth, the stars are rotating, but not the Earth. They believe in flat Earth, but this is the explanation. So if I'm showing Nibiru in one spot all night long, that does not mean Earth is not rotating, but because of the location and because of the size. I don't denounce flat Earth. I don't denounce globe Earth. I'm not gonna go into this discussion now, but I'm saying even if Earth is rotating, we will see it in one position all night long. Summertime, then it leaves heading back for towards the Oort cloud where it's the winter, and they call got a prolonged period of hibernation. There being reptiles and all. A series of catalysms befell Tiamat. Tiamat here is Earth. Direct result of Nibiru close proximity during Moses' lifetime. Events. So we remember the Exodus repeats itself. So Exodus actually is evidence of Nibiru visiting Earth. Nibiru comes near people from the Egyptian domination. So summertime, Moses saw opportunity to free his people from Egyptian domination during the series of catalysms being and adapt to secret of the galaxy Archon of destiny. Please free my people. He implored to the Archon. The Archon made a deal with Moses. If Moses would swear allegiance to his Archon, Archon promised to help the Israelites escape from Egypt. So Moses, he knew about Nibiru. Like every prophet, a polar. So Moses agreed. Of course, he made agreement with the Anunnaki. A polar axis shift occurred. It's called polar shift. When Earth starts for rotating from east to west, it rotates the other way around. During this display, the waters of the Red Sea slashed about, providing opportunity for the Israelites to run across dry seabed. So Moses, he knew about the Nibiru and some kind of tsunami, the water pulls back, and he crossed the sea, and then the water came back, and the Egyptian army was swamped and drowned when the flood waters reversed themselves. You're gonna read about this is they are explaining the Exodus. A polar axis shift occurred during the displacement. Waters of the Red Sea sloshed about, providing opportunity for the Israelites to run across. We read this one. However, the Israelites arrived safely in the Sinai. Moses. So they say Sinai. Actually, in Egypt, it was some people they say in Saudi Arabia because it was like a volcano. There's a volcano in Saudi Arabia near Sinai, and some kind of a mountain, volcano mountain. And but anyways, we continue. Moses that he made a deal with the wrong Archon. As a result of his agreement, the particular Archon has taken control of Earth Tiamat, entering the nucleus of this planet and ousting the previously reigning Archon. Earth entered a long period of dark ages. So Nibirians realized that Moses had caused an unreturnable situation on Tiamat. They had to rectify the damage since Prince Nanar was their master, magician, and the leader of Hermetic philosophy by Moses that he's been privy to. Emperor Anu, the Most High, selected Prince Nanar to head to Tiamat and get top situation. Prince Nanar agreed. So they are trying to say here, they gave the mission to Moses to do something. He had the agreement with the Anunnaki. He failed. He failed. They God Anu, the Most High, he sent Jesus Christ to fix what Moses have destroyed, or he did not uh, he was not attached to the agreement and get on the top. So Anu, he said Jesus Christ, and Prince Nana agreed because he too realized the situation between 1500 BC until Jesus Christ came. It was a very terrible situation because of Moses and Jesus Christ and God the Most High Anu. He sent Jesus Christ to fix this problem caused by Moses. So he returned and mobilized the Hermetic forces in Egypt. They agreed upon the following plan. They decided to impregnate. So now we go into the details, and this stuff will not everybody will not like it. So this is how they are talking about how Jesus Christ is related to the Anunnaki, and he has like Anunnaki bloodline, and Mary, his mother, Virgin Mary, was half Tibetan, half Nigerian. So the Virgin Mary, she had a mother, and her mother was uh, also Anunnaki, and even her grandmother was also Anunnaki. So Anunnaki, grandmother of Mary, Virgin Mary, was Anunnaki. Her mother Anunnaki and Mary Anunnaki. But of course, we have Jesus Christ, Son of Man, because from the mother Anunnaki, not from the father. I'm talking about Virgin Mary here. So, if Jesus has not been a second generation hybrid, his nerve circuits would have been blown up his brain, meaning the miracles he did, like he must be have been Anunnaki, otherwise it would not. He would not like do these miracles. They are. So Mary, she had a background in Hermetic Nibirian tradition. Mary was around 20 years. So the purpose of the plot by Prince Nanar and Emperor Anu Most High was to free the planet Tiamat from our domination by the particle Arshun. Jesus was supposed to be a vehicle, which his goal was to be well, Jesus built supporters, the 12 apostles, and went to work, but didn't have luck because he was the Romans. They put Zeus as God again. They put Zeus as God. Uh, this is not what Jesus Christ was here to accomplish. And they say they arrested Jesus, crucified him, and that was it. Prince Nanar, Shem had failed. The Archon still in control of Tiamat. The gods of the Romans, Zeus, still worshipped. And this is not what the mission of Jesus Christ. Uh, the mission was not Jesus Christ. We read here some stuff also. Um, was Esau the father of Christianity? Esau is the brother of Jacob. They say Esau was red, Jacob was black, and this is Esau like Adom. This is the nation, the European nation, the white race. I say it like it is. And they say Adom is the white race, America and Europe and stuff like that. So we need to have a little bit read about the relation between Israel and the white race, like the Europeans, Americans. While she was pregnant, Rebecca complained of pain. God researched that the twins she was carrying would both establish great nations like Jacob and Esau. And Hashem said, two nations are in your womb. Two separate people shall issue your body. One people shall be mightier than the other shall serve the younger. The Bible follows the story of Jacob and his family growth to the nation of Israel, while less focus afford to older twin brother Esau. The Torah does not state that he is a progenitor of the nation of Edom, uh, hairy biblical. So the name Edom meaning red, hence the skin color of the patriarch Esau. So if Esau was red, his brother was dark. So this is Edom here. You see this region, Edom. And then they went to Europe and then became America and stuff like that. And so they are trying to say here that Jesus Christ is from Edom, or they are trying to connect the Edom to Jesus Christ. The one children of Israel left Egypt that twice requested from the Edomites permission to pass through their land along King's Highway. This stuff before Jesus Christ was born. But the Edomite king refused requests. This is about a lot of people that asked Jesus Christ was black. Jesus Christ was white, and a lot of discussion and confusion. The Israelites. Let's read here what they're trying to say. The Israelites came to the land of Edom. The king of Edom did not attack the Israelites, though they prepared to resist aggression. According to Torah, the congregation of Israel could not receive the sense of marriage between Israelite and Edomite until the fourth generation. These guys, the Israelites and the Edomites, they married, but not in the beginning. And the conflict between the Israelites and Edom came much later when King Saul defeated them. Somewhere again, when King David and the general Joab defeated the Edomites in the valley of Salt. And Edom remained a vassal of Israel. So the whole of Europe, the whole of America, the Edomites, they are a vassal of Israel. This is in their prophecy. So America, like President Trump, he would never go to Israel to wage a war against Israel. The Europeans would never do that because they are a vassal of Israel. Now we understand the relation between Europe, so-called the West, America, and Israel, because they have some kind of relationship that is explained here. They might, but this is against what they have been. They are like they are like in politics. Always Israel, they start to like if they happen to have a war, America and Europe will support Israel automatically. So a lot of Arabs, Muslims, they don't understand the relation. They don't understand why. Say Israelis are white, the Israelis are black, and the Europeans are white, the Americans are white. So this is because Israelis are mostly white. Is that because of the skin color? No, because of the Edomite and the Israelite history and relationship. So in the time of Nebuchadnezzar, this is the Babylonian king who was a worshipper of Marduk, Zeus, Jupiter. So this is the Edomite may have helped plunder Jerusalem. So the Edomite from Nebuchadnezzar, this is the Iraqi Babylonian king, they worshipped Zeus in that time, and they destroyed the temple in Jerusalem around 500 BCE and slaughtered the Israelites. So this is why they did that, because the Israelites in that time, they worshipped Enlil. Enlil is the father of Nanar. We read about Nanar. And Enlil is the son of the Most High Anu. And the Israelites worshipped Enlil, like in Gaza. That's why I say the people in Gaza are the chosen ones, because they worship Enlil and Dagon, equivalent of Enlil and Dagon. Dajan is the worship of people in Gaza. Okay, they worship Allah now, but they worship their forefathers, their ancestors. They worship Enlil, and that's why the Marduk clan, the Mardukians, they worship Zeus. They slaughtered them, and they took them to Iraq and took them to Babylon. And since then, the Israelis worship, changed the god from Enlil, son of the Most High, to Marduk, son of Enki, Adonai, son of Anu. So Marduk is a grandson of the Most High Anu, but the Israelites back in time, they worship the son of Anu. Now they are worshiping the grandson of Anu. And we have a problem between Enki and Enlil, and this is why uh, Marduk, he didn't get to control the Holy Land. Instead, it was Enlil. It was King Anu the Most High. He said this region called Greater Israel will belong to the people worshipping Enlil, or will belong to Enlil people. That is Abraham, and Abraham made a deal with the circumcision to differentiate his people, Enlil people, Abraham's people, from the other people by circumcision. So this is why the Israelis changed from the worship of Enlil, son of Most High Anu, to Marduk, Mordecai, son of Adonai, Enki. So here we have also Mordecai, and yes, it's very long. Please read this one. Very, very interesting to read about this stuff. So yeah. So Rabbi Jacobson went even further, explaining that worshiping Jesus was, so they are saying why Europe are Christian nations, why America are Christian nation, was preparation for the Christian to approach Jews in the end times in order to learn how to serve the God of Israel, Jehovah. So all Christians, actually, it's happening. See, go to any church in Europe, in America, they are worshiping Jehovah. Who is Jehovah? Yahweh. It is the God of Israel. So instead for worshiping Jesus Christ, they are worshiping Jehovah. Why? Because the so-called Christian nations and Christian America, it was a preparation to instead of worshiping Jesus Christ, in the end of the days, you're gonna worship Jehovah as we are seeing today in Europe and America. They worship Jehovah and they call themselves Christians. And this is, of course, they are wannabe Jews, like Muslims. The Muslims also try to, they have a lot in common with the Jews. So here we go about the skin. Oh, this is very sensitive subject. I hope this video will be allowed. Like, it will not be shadow shadow banned. And so was Issa Adom white? So these guys are claiming he was not white, and this is why I'm trying to say Jacob was black, because you don't get to get twins, one black, one white. Um, So Isaac and Rebekah's son Esau, known as Adom, was white, and the whites today are his descendants. We talked about this one from European white Edomite devils. They call them not only because the white in that time something bad, like everybody was dark, and you got the white child, and they think, oh, the father or the devil and stuff like that. So not very strange indeed. Just like if you have white parents get a black child, they will not like it. So not only in the absolutely not historical or genetic connection between South and contemporary white American Europeans. So they are denying what we just read, They are saying no, Esau was not white. He has no connection to American. He has no connection to Europeans. But this is against mainstream, of course, but absolutely absurd to agree. Adam himself was white. Where do Hebrew Israelis come up with such nonsense? To be sure, they were not white, but were they black? Most likely, they were brown skinned people, perhaps similar to Semitic people. And Semitic people, brown skinned, somewhat lighter than Egyptians, and Jewish texts from 200 years would seem to confirm. So, this is about Jesus came. So we don't say Jesus was black, Jesus was white. We don't see the stuff. We don't know. We are just trying to understand what they're trying to say here, and they're saying, of course, that both Jacob and his brother Esau were brown or dark skinned. Isaac and Rebecca uh, were not white again; they were black. Here you have it, people. They are saying they also clear Jacob, Esau, younger twin brother, was not white either. So once again, in Hebrew Israelite Lord, he was black as well. Then did Esau somehow become white, where his mother, father, and twin brother were all black? So they are trying to say that a white Jew is very, very like supposed to be black. A Jew supposed to be black, and of course we don't. I don't take side in this discussion. However, then when Esau descends white, if his mother, father, twin brother were all people of color, the only possible way who believe suspending all logic because of racist, radical ideology, but this begs. So they mean like Israel supposed to be white because they had this connection to Adom and like it, but yeah, very complicated indeed. And Adumuni, the first one was red, Admuni, and red means white. Is this logic? So it was red. Esau was red, and they became white. And we're not talking about the hair, talking about the skin, I guess. Since so yeah, Esau is white because he's described as Admuni red, but David is black. So Jesus Christ is from David. David was black here. Say they say I'm not discussing if it's right or not. I'm just reading, even though it's called Admuni. So not only that, the male lover Solomon described as being sack, radiant or white, ruddy, and anyways, we have a lot to cover. So yeah, very nice to read about this one. So this is was Esau Adom white. So anyways, we go to the pictures. I have some pictures of already 1 hour, and I have some pictures. I'm gonna show it to you, and then we're gonna finish. The last time we were looking at this picture, spaceship of King Anu. This one. And where it was. So let's see where we. So yeah, here we were watching Spaceship of King Anu last time. So yeah, very sensitive, very sensitive stuff here. I'm not adapting any political view or claiming anything. Here we have this object. We see some clouds here covering up this object in the sky, and this is showed you. I showed you this picture before. This is a UFO in the holy city of Jerusalem. So yeah, we were reading about Jesus Christ and Moses and the skin and the connection to the Anunnaki and stuff. This is spaceship of King Anu. You see here, see what's beyond. See what's beyond, people. Very nice. And here it goes. And here, this is some pictures you see here. Also here, you see this is the object I was talking about. And here we have it. Here we have it. And this is 6th of December. This is the 6th of December. You see spaceship of King Anu here, up, up, up. Here, I make it big. You can see it. This is very nice. Maybe we'll put this on thumbnail. And this is also nice. Spaceship of King Anu, the most high creator of all. We see it rising up. And this is uh, spaceship of King Anu also. This is here, here, and here. So see, very nice. So different, looking different each time, different pictures. Try to get this one without reflection. So we're talking about the fifth channel, 22. She visited me twice, and I put her channel description box last time. This is 7th of December this month. Spaceship of King Anu here, rising up from the horizon. You see it coming up. Here it comes up, and here it is, and here, and here up. So yeah, so that's why everybody want to know, was Jesus black, was Jesus white, and stuff. I don't care about this stuff. I know Jesus Christ father was Anu and is Anu because Jesus Christ is living, and of course planet Nibiru connection to Jesus Christ. Talked about this one, the spaceship of King Anu, the Most High, creator of all, and this is another picture, and this is another picture, and here we have it, and here, and this is also very nice. See how it's doing. Take this one maybe. So this is also Tenerife spaceship of King Anu. You see here this object, and you see some kind of clouds here up. And of course here, this is very nice picture. You see here, you see the clouds, people. So this is an object here. So this is an object here. We have this object here. We see these clouds. So of course this is not seen with naked eyes, and this is maybe the reason why we have terrible weather in the Holy Land and earthquakes and stuff. But I'm not saying this is a test, the cloud test. We need to have this all covered up by the cloud to be sure, because it is not very clear what we are looking at here. We don't say this is an IBIRU Planet X. We don't say that. We are just investigating what is in the sky. Please. And this, we have this stuff also here. There are this stuff here and this stuff here. This is a UFO in Holy City of Jerusalem. You see this mosque? This is the Jerusalem. You see this? Also, this is an UFO. And if I put it like that, people will not understand what it is. And this is another, I don't know what it is, looking like in UFO. Anyway, this is also Holy City of Jerusalem. And we have this stuff also, people. So I'm going to take this one, this picture. This is spaceship of King Anu, the Most High, creator of all, father of Jesus Christ, father of all. And this is another picture. We had this one before. I think this is a repeat. This one is good. I'm going to take this one as well. So this is more 1 hour. I'm becoming tired in my hand, but we don't have a lot of pictures. I'm gonna show you this stuff. We read the news, talked about Jesus Christ, connection to Nibiru. This one is very, very good. I'm gonna put it on the thumbnail. So the fifth channel, 22, the lady, she visited me, talking about Inanna, daughter of Anu. And we know Anu is Varuna, also sometimes Vishnu. And this is also, they say, Abraham is Brahma or Brahman. This picture we're going to put on the thumbnail because you see, this is an UFO above the mountains here in Tenerife. And this is spaceship of King Anu. Of course, this one is good, very well, very nice picture. We're gonna put on thumbnail, baby. We're gonna choose one picture to put on the thumbnail, and this one as well. See how nice it is. This spaceship of King Anu, looking different each time we take a picture. This one, maybe, and please put the share and like so I can continue my journey. I'm just showing what is in the sky, documenting, reading different articles. Maybe you don't agree what is written in different articles. I understand, but I'm showing, I'm reading, try to make connection, what we are seeing in the sky, and trying to explain what's going on in the world and stuff like that. Man, a lot of people will not like this stuff. Understand? People very political and religious stuff, very sensitive. Understand that? The spaceship of Keanu at night. See, I was doing this one is good actually. See, something is there also. So this is the 7th of December, and we have this spaceship of King Anu you see here. So it's coming up here, made it big for you, and it continues up here, and here it goes, disappearing. So this is 7th of December, 4 p.m. You see here, see spaceship of King Anu, all praise to the Most High Anu, Father of all, God of love, God of peace, God of harmony, and this is God of justice, God of righteousness, and God of beauty, and God of equality, God of let's see, perfection. This is perfect. You don't need to be perfect to worship Anu. You don't need to be perfect to worship Anu. God forgive us for our sins as we forgive the one who sinned against us. And God is providing. Never forget, God is forgiving all the time. All the time is forgiving. So we are not perfect. We are gods, but we are not perfect. God Anu is Father of all gods. You are God, said Jesus to the Jews. Is it not written in your books? You are gods. We are gods, but we do mistakes. And Anu is the father of God. So, spaceship of King Anu coming up. Why we are gods? We can procreate. This is the gift of Jesus Christ, the wise serpent who convinced Eve to take from the forbidden fruit, actually, the tree of good and evil. So, we were not born children. We were born like Adam or Adamu in the Sumerian stories was born not a child but an adult. Why? Because a child needs the parents and cannot be allowed in this world where we have also evil. So when Adam and Eve they ate from the tree of good and evil, they become mature. If you put a child in a hostile environment and the evil will attack your child, you will not, as a parent, you will not allow your child to be attacked by the evil. But because Adam and Eve, they took from the tree, they know the difference. They know the difference. They can decide. See, God, they don't, they put on, they say, oh, why God is allowing the devil? Because we know the difference between good and evil, but a child does not know. And this, the parents will defend their children. Understand? But Adam and Eve, they were adult when they were born. They were not born children. Understand the difference, people. So the spaceship of King Anu coming up, and here it goes. So God will not allow, say, oh, why God allowed devil in our earth, in our world? And the devil is evil. Why? Why did he create? Because we know the difference. That's why we live, to choose between good and evil. We have already eaten from the tree. We are protected. Why say protected? By knowing the difference. So we don't commit evil unless we want to do that. Understand, people? We know the difference. This is very, very. I don't know what's this is. Maybe a bird. I don't know. See, this very nice UFO. Also in Switzerland, you're gonna take this one. You're gonna take big one. Also this picture. So can't tile in my hand. Spaceship of King Anu, the Most High. Also very nice picture. If you think about it, you see details, you got different colors, and here we have it as well. And here we have it. Look at this one. This is a good one actually. And this one also is very good. Maybe we take this one as well. Trying to finish this one. And this is Spaceship of King Anu. And here you have it. Looking different each time. And here we have this picture. I'm gonna take this picture just for the records. Not saying it's something. Just just watching the sky. We're not saying anything here about this one. We don't know really what it is. Might be whatever. We don't really know. But we need to do the cloud test, like I said. And this one here. And this is 8th of December. You see spaceship on coming up here, coming up, coming up here, going up. So 1 hour, 12 minutes. Spaceship of King Anu, showing the pictures I have. This one, very like different from the usual pictures we see. And this is 9th of December, coming up here from the horizon, going up, going up. Here it is, up. Here it is. Here it is. This one maybe. See the details. And this is here. See this one. Looking good, this one. So this one we gotta take as well. And this one here. And this one we gotta take. So a lot of pictures to pick a one. Pictures will be hard. Will be hard, but a lot of pictures they have some kind of reflection, and this is why we don't take them to put on the thumbnail. Spaceship, of course. I don't touch the pictures. I never touch the pictures like enhancement and stuff like that. I don't do that. I don't have time to do that. I do that sometimes, but not often. And this is 9th of December. And this is 9th of December. We're gonna take all these pictures to later on, okay, people? So I have a lot. So 9th of December, 9th of December, we stop here. A lot more pictures to show you to next time. Have a great time. Blessings.